Coming up on the Epoch News, we expose more on Hillary Clinton when a former aide in Washington says he worked with the former Secretary of State's closest aide, Huma Abedin, in 2009. And thanks for tuning in to the Epoch News, folks. I'm Angela Anderson. Today's story was written by Mark Tapscott. A former aide in Washington said in a Judicial Watch statement on March 19 that was just made public on June 18 that he worked with Huma Abedin in 2009. Justin Cooper set up the unsecured private email account of the former Secretary of State, who used the account to conduct official US diplomatic business. However, Cooper's statement contradicts Abedin's claim, a statement that she made in 2016 by the non-profit government watchdog, that Abedin only learned about the private email setup in 2015 by saying, quote, reading in some news articles about a year and a half ago, when it was being publicly discussed. Abedin, one of Hillary Clinton's closest aides, was Deputy of Chief of Staff throughout Clinton's term as the United States chief diplomat and continued with her during the Democratic candidate's unsuccessful presidential campaign in 2016. And on June 18, the Epoch Times asked Tom Fitton, the Judicial Watch president, if the Cooper deposition showed any additional legal problems for Abedin. To which Fitton replied, the legal liabilities never went away, so it's a matter of political will by the Justice Department. The leadership is going to have to step up to move forward on any of this. Now, Cooper, who was an advisor to President Bill Clinton, also said that a week before his deposition, he spoke with Cheryl Mills, the attorney who served as Hillary Clinton's chief of staff at the State Department and represented her legally during the FBI's investigation of the email server. Mills also accompanied Hillary Clinton when she was interviewed by the FBI. Now, Mills is especially controversial because US District Court Judge Royce Lamberth said in a related case he was dumbfounded after reading the report that Cheryl Mills had been given immunity because I had myself found that Cheryl Mills had committed perjury and lied under oath in a published opinion I had issued in a Judicial Watch case, where I found her unworthy of belief, and I was quite shocked to find out she had been given immunity by the DOJ in the Hillary Clinton email case. And the report Lamberth said he read was from DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz concerning the FBI's conduct of its investigation of the Clinton email system. Cooper's deposition was given as a result of a blistering Lamberth decision granting Judicial Watch limited discovery after the judge concluded that attorneys and officials representing DOJ, Hillary Clinton and the State Department filed false affidavits in the non-profit's 2014 Freedom of Information Act request for documents. Lamberth wrote in his opinion in the case, the court orders the parties to meet and confer to plan discoveries into A, whether Hillary Clinton's use of a private email while Secretary of State was an intentional attempt to evade FOIA, B, whether the State Department's attempts to settle this case in late 2014 and early 2015 amounted to bad faith, and C, whether State had adequately searched for records responsive to Judicial Watch's requests. Lamberth also blasted Mills in another related case concerning the White House's management of emails during Bill Clinton's time in the Oval Office. Lamberth described Mills' conduct in that case as loathsome. And that's all for today's news story, folks. On the Epoch News, please make sure to leave your comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe and the bell button so you don't miss out on any of our news stories. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.